Bobby has left the building. Guys, Bobby has left the building. This one's going to be an extremely hard video to make. I've been sobbing for the last 2 hours. Took a shower earlier. We're sobbing in the shower. Sobbing on my couch when I first found out right before dinner. This one hurts like Mac Miller hurt. This one hurt like how Ozzy hurt. This one hurt a lot. This one hurts a little bit more than a lot. I just want to talk a little bit about Bob and what he means to me, and because I think it's going to help me just tell a little bit about my story and just kind of ramble on a little bit about how just what such a inspiring, amazing person Bob Weir was. Bobby, 78 years old, passed away today, January 10th, 2026. A shitty way to start off the new year. I never saw it coming, but Bob Weir, just an absolute amazing rhythm guitarist. Been with the Grateful Dead all the way up until their departure in 1995 after Jerry passed away. Kept going throughout the years with Rat Dog and Further and Dead and Company. I got on the Dead and Company train in the year of 2017. 2016 I started listening to them, but I actually saw a concert for the first time in 2017. And I always listened to the Grateful Dead growing up, but I never really understood it. And I went to my first concert in Camden, New Jersey, 2017. I was on the lawn, and I just kind of went there because I was in that phase of like, I need to see all these legendary bands before they disappear forever and I don't get to experience it. And like I said, I listened to the Dead a little bit growing up from my parents and just casually hearing them on the radio. But I never was like a gigantic fan. I liked all the hits, the typical stuff, the Truckins, the Touch of Greys, that kind of stuff, the Casey Joneses. And I'm telling you, I went to this concert and I was absolutely blown away. Hearing Ramble on Rose for the first time, I was like, what is this? And then the second half, they came out, they played Help Slip Frank, and my mind was blown. Absolutely blown. Bobby just sounded so ferocious and just hungry. And John playing those blues licks and those Jerry fills and just making the music scream. Just, I know it's a hot topic, but the Dead and Company just completely blew me away and made me feel like I was a part of the Grateful Dead movement for all those years. The community just grabbed me and held me like a warm blanket, and I have Bobby to thank for that, for keeping the legacy going. And oh my God, it's just it's a joke in my family and all my friends. I got hit by the bus, man. The bus came by and I got on, and that's when it all began. From then on, I went and saw 15 Dead and Company shows. I've been to the West Coast to see them. I've seen them in Vegas. I've seen them in Arizona, all up and down the East Coast, from New York to Philadelphia to upstate PA, all over. I've seen them 15 times from 2017 all the way to 2024, which was the last time I got to see him at the Sphere in Las Vegas, which I'm so thankful, so thankful I went to that, because I almost didn't go to that. We just bought a new house and things were just hectic, and bills and life, and the list goes on. I was going to go see him in the Golden Gate Park this past year, and I didn't because I decided to redo my office that you're currently seeing right now. And I don't regret that. I don't regret it because it would have been really expensive. I did buy the live stream on Nugs, and I sat there that whole weekend and enjoyed every second, every ounce of it. And I don't want to say that I felt that there was something in the air, because I didn't necessarily feel it. I knew that Bobby's voice was different than it had been. He is notorious for forgetting words. I could sense that there was something different. I just didn't know what it was. And reading the post today about knowing that he had cancer in July and the concert was in August, I'm just so thankful that he powered through and he came out and performed with the band. And I'm just thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I've had so many memories with Bobby and the band and my family and my friends. I've got to go to so many concerts with friends that I'm just so thankful for. I'm so thankful for. The memories is just something that I'm going to hold so near and dear to my heart. From going to Shakedown Street and talking to people and meeting people, and just the relationships I've created with people through this band and the music, and just I've never had something grab a hold of me so tightly and just take me on this journey that I never expected to go on. Like, I'm talking full-blown Deadhead now. Just, I'm so thankful I went to that show in 2017. And yeah, so thank you so much, Bobby, for everything you've given us. Thank you to the Grateful Dead and to all the people that have been there, done that, for sharing the love, and just the Dead community, and just all the people that keep this band in memory alive. Bobby said that he wanted to have this Grateful Dead thing carry on for the next 300 years, and I truly believe, just with the passion that these fans have, that that's going to come true. I mean, the Grateful Dead, they're going to live on forever. And Bobby, we thank you for that. We thank you for that. It's a sad day in the music world. It's a sad day in the Dead world. I just want to talk a little bit about just some of my favorite moments seeing Dead and Company, and seeing Bobby himself. I saw Bobby in 2018 perform at the Met in Philadelphia, and he performed one of my most favorite songs, and I was so shocked. He came out second set opener. He came out and performed Karina. That's also another very topical song in the Dead community. But he performed Karina, and Karina was just one of those songs, kind of like Iko. Like, I really loved it, and like, they don't really play it that often. And Karina, I don't know if he's played with the Dead up until, like, I think he played it in 2016 for a little bit with Dead and Company. And for the Dead, I mean, I think he played it in like 92 or 93 for the last time. I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it up. But he doesn't play very often. He came out in the second set during that Philadelphia performance and played Karina, and I was so happy, just so ecstatic. And I remember the crowd just being electric, just so stoked that he was playing that. I was so happy. Another one of my favorite performances was this show specifically, which was right after I got hit by the bus. I went to my first show in 2017 in Camden, New Jersey in the summertime, which it was an absolute amazing show. Summertime vibes, just straight on the lawn, dancing our face off. Before I even understood what the whole community was like, I was just absolutely floored. This was the wintertime show that they came around for in like November, and I remember it being freezing cold outside. And it was the first time I experienced Shakedown. I couldn't for the life of me find Shakedown on Camden, just because I was so new to the scene. I didn't know where to look. But it was my first Shakedown, and I remember it being freezing cold. The wind was just cutting through you in the parking lot, and it was such an awesome time. And they came out and they performed "Truckin' Into a Smokestack Lightning" at that show, and they played "Dancing in the Streets" and "West LA Fade Away," and that show was just so like chef's kiss, man. At that point, I dove so deep into the Dead, from the summertime into the wintertime, and like I just went so deep, and I was reading books about them and like everything else, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful, so beautiful. Another one of my favorite moments was like 2018 or 2019, I can't remember exactly the year, but we were searching for an estimated profit for so long at that point. I think it was like 2 or 3 shows, and finally we got an estimated profit in the second set. That's one of my fiance's favorite songs. And it was just the sheer amount of joy in that moment when Estimated Profit came on. Bobby's growling and howling, and his nah, like that was just the sheer joy that brought me and my fiance at that show was just magical. And I swear, from that point, 2018 or 2019, from that point on, we did not get an Estimated Profit at one of our shows from there on out, all the way up until 2024 when we saw them, and we still got an Estimated Profit in 2024 at the Sphere. And I was so happy at that show, because they kicked off with that, and it was the scene at the Sphere where it was all the speakers, and the speakers kept stacking on top of each other to make the wall of sound, and they kept growing and then they expand, and it was just so awesome. And it was like one of those just beautiful like just moments, because you're like, I was chasing the song for so long, and I remember us chasing it like, damn, they didn't play Estimated, and then to get it that many times in a row was so awesome. I'm just so thankful, man. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the memories. I'm thankful for Bobby. I'm thankful for the Grateful Dead. Just so thankful, so grateful. The memories, they're going to live on forever. It sucks that this is the end for Bobby. It sucks that this is the end for the music. It sucks that this is the end for another member of the Grateful Dead. But the music will live on forever, and I have no doubt about that. The music never stops, and that's for sure. I'm just so grateful. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing me this beautiful music. Thank you for carrying on the torch after Jerry passed away. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. May the four winds blow you safely home, friend. One more story. It was 2023 at Citi Field, and I went 2 nights to Citi Field, and it was the final tour, so I splurged, and we bought 2 nights. And the second night, we went on the floor, and we were like, I don't know, 10 people back, so like 10 rows back. We were on the floor, and we were dancing. And one of the most special moments in my entire life was at the very end of that show when they performed The Morning Dew in Broke Down Palace. And I sobbed like I had never sobbed before because I knew that this was the last time that I was going to experience this music. Thankfully, I got to see them at the Sphere again in 2024, but I knew that this was the last time I was going to be able to follow them around on tour. So I sobbed uncontrollably on the end of those 2 songs, and it was like a perfect cap to the adventures I had for those 9 years or so of following that music. To play Morning Dew and Broke Down Palace, I just knew it was the end, so I sobbed like a baby during that performance. And thankfully I got to see him again in 2024, but like I just remember vividly knowing that was the end of touring, and I never knew if I was going to be able to see that music live again and feel that feeling. And that was just something so beautiful, and Bobby belted that music out. And it sucks that I'm never going to be able to see that again, but I'm so thankful and grateful. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you, all the deadheads. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing journey. I'm forever grateful. Thank you. Rest in peace, Ace, man. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. We love you, Bobby.